Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Demolinator of Team Metaphorical Jew coming at you with a deck profile. Today I'm going to be doing the Final Countdown deck. I said a while ago that I was going to start a budget build, and so I really lost count of how many of those I actually made, and so I'm just going to kind of start over, but just with a random number. I think this is about number 4. And so, yeah, you really don't give a crap. And I'd just like to give a shout out to everyone who's actually bothered to watch some of our videos. That's awesome. It really means a lot, just because we're not just making the videos for our own merit, just to kind of laugh at ourselves. There's actually a purpose now, so that's great. Keep watching. That's really cool. Alright, enough of my blathering. The deck. 3 Battle Faders. Because you can special summon them and they stop a battle phase. It's a good card. The obvious goal of the deck is to stall for as long as you can humanly possibly do, and that's really what it does. It's excellent at what it does. 3/0 Gardener, you contribute it to make all damage you take 0 for that turn, so it works like Super Wabaku. It's a great teabag maneuver. Another solid stalling card. My deck runs these guys, the Immortal and Battle cards. Marshmallow's a prime example. Just because I didn't feel like adding in all those extra draw cards, because I just didn't. I'd rather just stall and make people angry. 2 Spirit Reapers for the same reason. 3 copies of this guy, Arcana Force 0, the Fool. He can't be destroyed in battle. Just don't put him out in attack mode, because that's a really bad idea. It's relatively simple, just another wall. Neospatian Grand Mole, simply because it annoys the living crap out of Puppet Master, and I really love bouncing stuff. And my last guy is Gores, it just gives you another hand target. I do want that Swift Scarecrow guy, or whatever the heck it's called. You just discard it from your hand and it acts like Battle Fader instead of, but it just doesn't go to the field. So if I ever get some of those, I'll probably put those in, but I'll make a video for that if I do. Okay, on to the spells. I have like 6, not very many. But the heart is Final Countdown. 20 turns after you activate it, you win. It's probably the easiest win condition to use. Well, any of them that's the easiest one that's actually labeled a win condition anyway. DD Capsule, because my gold Sarks are in something better, and so I just threw that in if you really want to get rid of something stupid. Level Limit, because, yeah, another awesome teabag, makes people suffer. And the incredibly amazing double Swords of Revealing Light. That's 6 turns if it works right. And not a lot to say else. Here's the trap cards. The trap lineup can stall for like 15 battle phases. It's amazing. Okay, 3 Thunder Ruler, activate during the standby phase, and your opponent cannot conduct the battle phase that turn. So that's the first set of them. Wabakus, people know what that does. It's just, hey, I'm going to cock block you for a turn. And then the same card, basically, Threatening Roar, except their attacks don't go through at you. So that's very nice. This, I watched a video on YouTube for Final Countdown, and the kid used this, so I don't know your name right now, but props to you. For Frozen Soul, you can only activate it when your life points are 2 grand less than your opponent's, and then it skips their next battle phase. And since you're paying 2 grand to activate Final Countdown, you can pretty much use that whenever you want. And so, like I said, it's not my original idea, but I loved it so much I went right after the video and threw those in here, because that is hilarious. Negate Attack, it's the same thing, only in counter trap form. I'm not sure I like this very much, and this will probably be the thing that gets replaced by Swift Scarecrow if I get it, just because it requires your opponent to attack, and then you respond with this. But it's actually spell speed 3 because it's a counter trap, so no silly like trap negation stuff. Okay, so like 7 tools and shit still works, but the other stuff doesn't. Curse of Royal, I have 2, just because against my Christia Sworn deck, which I will be profiling later, not as a budget because it costs like a frickin' car to make, but this card blocks the effect of a card that would destroy a single spell or trap, so triple space gets teabagged by that thing. A single Gravity Bind, because the rest of them are in a Skull Servant deck that I'm working on, and I didn't feel like taking them out, though this one's clearly better. And Ordeal of the Traveler, which is kind of a stand-in for a Gravity Bind, but it's also more just for laughs. Okay, let me know if you got any ideas, and I'll see you in the next budget build.